What's going on, guys? My name's Nick, and I'm going to be giving you a review of my 250 gallon today. Okay, to start off the tour of my 250 gallon, first I'm going to give you a side shot, just to show you what it looks like from the side. And then we'll get from the front. And now I am using the Pop Labs gel filter, so I hope that it's going to come up not so blue on the video. But I do run a 20K Spectrum. You can see my lonely Radion. There will be two more of those added. This is a 72 by 24 by 30 aquarium from Planet Aquariums. I picked this tank up in early December. It was actually somewhat of a little Christmas present to myself. It's upgrading from a 180. Learned a lot. I had ick in my other tank, so I'm going slow, quarantining, and just looking to document my progress. Just showing off some parts of my setup. So I guess we'll start with this side. We got my new yellow tang here. He's enjoying his hiding spot in there. He's doing pretty well. And I have two Wyoming white clownfish from ORA. Here's a quick little video of my sump. I will be doing a sump video just to kind of show off everything I have. Okay, so we have one MP40 right here, and I don't do the vertical setup. I don't find that it really does anything different than having the cord go down. I just like the way the cord looks down. I think it looks a little cleaner there. Now I'll come around the front, and it is my previously used MP40, so a lot of the dead core line from it sitting dry for a couple months is still on there. You can see my clownfish are enjoying showing off. Here is my aquascape. I do have some coral. We'll show them then. I have 210 pounds of dry rock that I seeded and cycled for 1 month. I feel dry rock is a good alternative to live rock if you're worried about pests. I haven't had too much problems with pests, other than maybe a few bristle worms in some older tanks I had. Here is my second MP40, and as you can see, the cord setup. And back in this corner, there's not as much room to walk, so I just have my cords over here. It's not as obtrusive as the other end. So we got a second MP40. We have our Radion XR30 Pro Gen 4 Pro, and this is the Radion mount that it's on. Very nice mount. As you can see in the back, you might see some little spots I had to patch up. I was attempting to make another mount for it, but unfortunately that didn't seem to work out. And here you can get a little bit better look of we got a polished beveled edge on there for my glass. And you can see some of the glass work. Very nice. I'm very happy with this Planet Aquariums tank. What else can I show? We have this overflow box in the middle. That's just their generic tide line overflow box. Like I said, the clownfish definitely want to say hi here. It's very nice of them. And this is the way I have my return set up. I have two return nozzles, both 1 inch. Pardon my purple primer dripping there. And you can see the overflow box set up in the back. I have a dual drain and one emergency overflow on the other side, and they drain all the way down there to the back, and same with the returns, they push all the way back up. And I have the same on this side. Just another return. You can see with the two MP40s and that, I have very good flow on the top. Try to ignore my dog in the background barking. Okay, and there's the yellow tang. He's not so nervous and shy anymore. And even from here, you can see I have the MP40s running on Reef crest mode, so they cycle on and off between getting some good turbulent flow. But when it's all the way up, I run it about 8 out of the 12 they have, maybe 9 out of 12. And when it's pretty cycled up, you can actually hear it on the overflow. It makes a little bit of a wave noise. So that's good. So I'll just show, I use the eMarco 400 cement to create my rockscapes. I think I did a pretty good job this time around. I'm really proud of this one here in the middle. I think it really shows off some of my skills. I've been in the hobby for about 5 years now. And now, real quick, I'll go over a little bit of my corals I have so far. The tank's been running about, I'd say, almost 2 months now. We're going into February soon. So we're going on about 2 months. I got the tank December 9th. I think it was wet like the 12th. So almost 2 months time. I'm gonna have some little SPS, a little colony there. Unfortunately, my one is not looking, my one frag is not looking so good. But I got some good stuff, so I'll just go over that real quick. And like I said, I do have the gel filter on, so it's gonna help with the color a little bit. This first colony here is the TSA Purple Haze. I believe it's TSA, I'm not exactly sure. But it's looking good. Tip's got a little burnt, I think, from the light. I have lower nutrients, so I've been working on that, getting some more fish. Then we'll come right down here. This was a strawberry shortcake. Again, I believe it's a low nutrients issue. I am dosing the ABCD Coral Colors program just to help make sure all my essential nutrients and things are doing good. This is something I picked up at a local swap last weekend. It is a gold tentacle with blue tealish tip little torch I got here. It's pretty sweet. It's got a weird little feather duster in the middle. If you watch, it will go in and out with the fish going in front of it, and they can't help themselves without being on the camera. Then we have my saddest coral right here. This is actually a long tentacle plate, if you can believe it. It's actually from my dad's tank. It wasn't doing so well. He has some trouble with some nutrient issues. So, looking to see if I can save it. I know it looks pretty undesirable right now, but the tentacles do come out, and there's a little bit of color. I think it's starting to do okay now. So we'll see. I'm about to move it into the shaded area. I think the highlight's hurting it a little bit, and it's not able to fully recover. And then right here, a very good looking coral. I have my Utter Chaos here. It has 2 polyps. The one on the back is probably about half the size this guy is here. But it actually, I believe it has a 4th polyp growing. There's a 3rd one you can kind of see on the back right of it. But I think there's a 4th one growing right under this big main one, which is awesome. And then my last coral, if you can focus here, is a nice chunky piece of some Garth Bonsai. This I also got at my local swap, and I'm hoping it really looks like it's starting to encrust on the bottom almost. It's at least touching the rock, which is good. So yeah, that's pretty exciting. You can see some of my cement work there. It was a little hard to get at the right consistency. This was my first rock that I did here, so that has probably my worst cement work. You can see some spots that I messed up, which is okay. It will grow over. Coraline will grow over it eventually. But as I moved on, you can see it under there, but when you're looking here, you really get a nice view. You don't really see much of that cement. And here, I had to do a little bit of a messier work with some of these spots. Nothing too bad. It gets hidden and it grows over, and it's no biggie. But some of these rocks here are a little heavier. So unfortunately, it is a little harder to work with. Some of these bigger pieces. This is probably about 110 pounds right here, this little island. And I have this rock in the middle, just kind of sitting. Thinking about maybe taking that piece out, creating another little thing with that rock, but for right now, that rock's just going to stay there. Yeah, so that's it for my reef. In my next video, I will be going over my sump and how I have my stand and my sump set up. So thanks for watching.